Welcome to the Wildcat Week Halftime Show. I'm your host, Aaron Martindale. Let's get away from the IWU Marion game in Lucky Arena and take a look at what's been going on with Wildcat Athletics. We'll start things off with the men's basketball team. Coach Tonagel and the guys taking on the Damen College Wildcats from Amherst, New York on Saturday. Damen comes into the contest at 7-1, while IWU enters at 5-1. The game was fast-paced from the start. Here we see a shot that's dropped by Jim Reagan by Damen. A little later, IWU gets a fast break here. You see Zach Vanderwater bringing it down, steals it, takes it in himself. And further into the half, once again, is Zach Vanderwater, bringing it down the court and finishing at the rim. IWU goes into the locker room up 32-27. Coming out into the second half, not backing down the Wildcats. Here's Jordan Widener scoring 2 of his game-high 27 points. Damen trying to get the game going, though, on their side. Here's Gerald Beverly kicking it out to Alvin Satrim to cut into the deficit. But as we often see, Jordan Widener taking charge of the game. Here he lays a shot in. And then senior Patrick Hopkins powers it in down low. He gets 2 points of his own off the glass. IWU would go on to win the matchup by a score of 76-67, and they improved to 6-1 on the season. Great to see another quality win from Coach Tonagel and the guys. The women's soccer team also in action this week, trying to keep their season alive against Grace College in the NCCAA Midwest Regional Final on Saturday. The girls got down in the first half, but freshman Katie Pannebecker tied it up in the 67th minute. But a few minutes later, the Lancers would score the goal that would win the match and end IWU's season. 2-1 is your final score. The girls round out the season with a 14-5-1 record and finished second in the Crossroads League regular season standings. Well, when we come back, we highlight a historic finish for the men's cross-country team. And we hear a fun take on how IWU athletes are giving thanks and paying tribute to this holiday season. Stick around on Wildcat Week Halftime.
Have you heard the voice of God today? Indiana Wesleyan University's chapel offers a refreshing look at God's Word. Enjoy messages from university faculty, inspired students, and guests from around the country.
But worship is never just a one-way thing. It's not me just talking to you, but it's also you saying you want the Spirit of God to speak to you.
Hear God's Word from IWU Chapel every week here on WIWU. Join WIWU for an hour of inspirational television from College Wesleyan Church.
When Jesus intercedes, he is creating a new relationship between himself and us and the world.
It's an hour of television that matters from WIWU TV.
Hello friends, this is Andrew Phibbs, asking you to join us at every opportunity right here at WIWU Television, Channel 51 in Marion. If you enjoy good gospel singing, remember to join us each occasion for the Fifth Gospel Sing.
Our passion and our desire is to help people all across the world succeed in marriage relationships, and we're doing that.
That excites me to think that we can all be about something to change the tide of what's going on in America with marriages and family.
You have a 100% chance of success in marriage. I want you to listen to that.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Week Halftime Show. I'm your host, Aaron Martindale. The men's and women's cross country got off to a running start this season. After capturing the Crossroads League crown, it was off to the national tournament last weekend. Both the men and women competed at the NAIA National Championships in Vancouver, Washington on Saturday, and Ethan Naylor led the men to a 16th place finish out of 31 teams. The senior earned NAIA All-American honors after finishing the 8,000-meter race in a time of 25 minutes and 2 seconds. Also placing in the team competition were Andrew Alberts in 49th place, John Wilson in 125th, and Ethan Loudermilk in 127th place. On the women's side, the lone competitor for IWU was junior Alyssa Foss. Foss ran the 5,000-meter race in a time of 19 minutes and 23 seconds. She finished 91st out of 320 runners in the field. This is the third championship that she has raced in, and hopefully she'll be back for a fourth one next season. Once again, congratulations to all those runners for their historic achievements this season. Well, as you know, it's that time of the year again, a time to give thanks. This holiday season, IWU sports teams have a lot to be thankful for both on and off the field. And Chase Evans caught up with athletes across campus to get their take on the holiday and even put them to the test with some Thanksgiving trivia.
What would you say you are thankful for this year?
I think the huge thing I'm thankful for is for a team that's really interpersonal.
Thankful for my bed so I can sleep. I love to sleep.
For God giving me the opportunity to step back on the field since I've been out for 2 seasons.
Boats. Sailboats.
Rap music, because it pumps me up before games. The team that I'm on, new faces, a bunch of new girls.
A place to live, and the Tonigal boys being my alarm clock.
Thankful for warm clothes. That's what I've been thinking about lately.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food then?
Smoked turkey.
I really love pumpkin pie.
All the works, basically. I like all of it. I'm not picky when it comes to food.
Stuffing. A lot of stuffing, and then I put a little bit of gravy on the top of it.
Definitely stuffing.
Probably stuffing. I'm a big fan of stuffing.
I love stuffing. Stuffing is a weakness of mine.
Corn casserole.
Corn too and mashed potatoes.
Stuffing. I love it.
What is the name of this town and state where the first Thanksgiving was held?
I don't know.
Johannesburg, Virginia.
The Providence?
I can't think of it right now. Massachusetts.
Plymouth, Rhode Island.
Jamestown, Virginia.
That's a good answer.
Dang it.
What was the name of the ocean that they traveled over here?
Atlantic.
Pacific? Pacific Ocean? Atlantic Ocean?
The Atlantic. Name of the ocean?
Pacific? Atlantic? Yeah, Pacific? No. Yeah. I don't know.
Atlantic Sea.
The Pacific?
They crossed the Atlantic Ocean.
What is the name of the ship that the Pilgrims traveled on to get over here?
The Mayflower.
Was it the Mayflower?
The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Marina.
Oh my gosh, I should know this. The Mayflower. Yes. No, the Maya. Something like a flower.
That's close. That's close. Mayflower?
Yeah.
Mayflower.
That one.
Last one. What is your best impersonation of a turkey?
And am I supposed to do it?
I like those turkey calls there. They're pretty good. Well, that will about do it for this edition of Wildcat Week Halftime. Remember, if you want more information about WIWU and all Wildcat sports, you can visit www.wiwutv.com. That's www.wiwutv.com. That's all we have for you on this edition of Wildcat Week Halftime. Now let's get back to the second half of the women's basketball game against Marian College. I'm Aaron Martindale, and this has been Wildcat Week Halftime.